Walk
Is my
west.
master expecting you? Just go upstairs. He is in his scrippery.
Huh?
Oh, grand. Yet another proof of the notorious reliability of sellswords. I should have known that simpleton was only good for peeling potatoes at best. So, what is it that you want? To mug me? I would seriously think that over, considering my esteemed bodyguard over there. He belongs to the petrified, and I'm sure he would love to demonstrate just what that means. Oh, do you now? You really are a bold one, aren't you? But good. Go ahead. Tell me what you consider to be so important that you just had to sneak into my house without my invitation. What? No, you're mistaken. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now get out of here. I don't give a shit about your sources. Now get lost, preferably to the brothel you escaped from, wench. Kashan, show my guest the way out.
Shackles of Lust, presented by the poets. On rocks I stood, amidst the sea, before me nymphs of ancient times. Oh yes! Sensual and sweet as sin, their bodies touch my tender skin. Tastes like cherries.
What the hell? I've no idea how you got in here, but I swear that you're about to see me get real angry. What? All right, then. Here's what's going to happen next. You either give me that piece of paper right now, or I will order Kashan to do it for you. And I promise you, that will be a painful process. Your employer? Pah! You're bluffing. I could kill you right here and no one would ever notice that you've gone missing. You. All right then. If your life depends on it. So, what do you want? If this was about doing damage to me, you wouldn't have come back with a certificate. So here's the deal. I'll tell you what you want to know, and you'll give me back the paper and keep this matter about the child to yourself. And one thing in advance. Try to double-cross me, and you will regret it. I promise. As I expected. All right, then. So, yes, it is true that I once owned the stone, but it is also true that I no longer do. That thing whose birth that piece of paper in your hand proves owns it now, if it is still alive, that is. Don't call it that. That creature doesn't deserve to bear the family name. But yes, he has it, if anyone does. I fear I have to go back in time a little. 7 years ago, with my old wench, she got pregnant. At first I thought it was a gift of fate, but when the child came, it was an atrocity, a joke of nature, everything but a worthy successor for our house. Malformed? Oh, that would be the understatement of the century. It had these tumors all over its face, and its left leg was a clump. The apothecarius said it was a wonder that it even survived the birth. I gave him away. And please, save yourself the indignation. You wouldn't understand my decision if I tried to explain it to you. Well, what do you think? She sure wasn't happy about it. But it was the right thing to do, and if a man makes a choice, the wench has to accept it. She's gone, anyway. Syphilis took her. To a small village where no one from Ark would ever see him, or at least where no one could trace him back to me. Oh, please, spare me that speech. Do you think that creature would have had a good life here? Just go take a look at all those cripples and sick in the Undercity. What future is there for them? They are the refuse of nature, and that is how they are treated. No, the only future that thing would have had would have been as an attraction in a traveling circus. I probably should have just put it out of its misery right away. Shame that I let my wife sweet-talk me into doing otherwise. My wench. She stole it from the treasury and put it into one of his pockets. She probably thought it was a common jewel of some sort, and that it would help whomever he ended up with to take pity on him. But truth be told, I didn't mind too much when I found out. Buying the black stone in the first place was one of the biggest follies my father ever committed. I don't put much stock in superstition and folk tales, but everyone knows something is wrong with those things. Anyway, since you will probably ask, as far as I know, the village where they took it is called Silver Grove. If the stone still exists, you should find it there. Now, give me the parchment and get lost. I kept my end of the bargain. I'll think about it. Now get out.
Low from the